Today in math, we're moving on to lesson 1.5, and your learning goal today is kind of the same as yesterday. It's to be able to write the standard form, the word form, and the expanded form of decimals. Okay? So in your notebook, you should have written down the learning goal, or you could write same as yesterday, because we're going over the same concept again and really reviewing it to make sure you feel confident and secure about it. So yesterday we talked about what word form, expanded form, and standard form are. So let's see what we remember, okay? If the word form is 3,047, I want you to write that in your notebook, and then take a moment to write the standard form as well as the expanded form of this number. Okay. So the number in standard form is 3,047. What about an expanded form? Aditi? So you could do 3,000 plus 40 plus 7. But what if I want to expand it using multiplication? I have 3 times what?
1,000.
Yep, 3 times 1,000 plus, what's my next digit? 4 times 10 plus 7 times 1. When I'm asking for expanded notation or expanded form, I want to see it like this. Okay? While what Aditi said is true, 3,000 plus 40 plus 7 is correct. Do you see how this is even more expanded? It's telling you the digit and what place value it's in. Okay, so when I say expanded form, this is the form I would like to see it in. If the word form is 1,000th, what is the standard form using a fraction? Alina?
1 over 1,000.
Yeah. Okay, so in fraction form, it's 1,000th. This is 1,000th. What about in decimal form? What would the standard form be using a decimal? Junbok?
0.001.
0.001, because we know that this is the 1,000th place, and I have one of those, so that's 1,000th. Now, challenge yourself. How could you write the expanded form using fractions and then using decimals? What digit do I have? What's the number I have? 1. And what place value is it in? The 1,000th, right? So you can see here that we can write it using the expanded form using a fraction as well as using a decimal. It means the same thing, but I want you to be able to do both, okay? So Sporty, what's the standard form using a fraction of 13 thousandths?
13 by 1,000.
13 over 1,000, because then I have 13 thousandths, right? What about using a decimal? How could I write 13 thousandths using a decimal? Aditya?
You could actually 0.013.
0.013, because I can see this is the thousandths place and I have 13 of those thousandths. Good. Now, let's talk about expanded form. How could I expand this in using a fraction? Kevin?
I can do 1 times 13 over 1,000.
Would I do 1 times 13 over 1,000, or would I do 1 times 1 over 1,000?
13 over 1,000.
Why would it be 13 over 1,000? Would that be expanded? Is that the most you could expand it?
Oh, actually, 13 times 1 over 1,000.
Well, remember when we're going to do expanded form, we have to look at each digit. So the first digit is a 1, and what place is it in?
It's in
100. So I would do 1 times 100th. This is kind of like what we were doing for homework yesterday. We do 1 times 100th plus, what's my next digit?
the thousandths.
Yeah, so 3 times 1,000th. The reason why we want to do this, instead of just doing 1 times 13 thousandths, is because which one's more expanded? The one in black, right? So we always want to expand things as much as possible. This is not expanded form, but this is. Okay? How could I write this expanded as a decimal? Sonia?
You can write 0.01
Mm-hmm.
times 1,
Okay, times 1, I could.
and then 0.001
Mm-hmm.
times 3.
You got it, okay? And this one, we could actually write it just as 0.01 plus 0.003. It's the same thing, right? Good.